Hi, and welcome to an episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter, where today we're going to talk more about crossbow forms. And like I told you, I'm a member of several crossbow forums, and if you have any that you are a member of, put it down in the comments below. But before I do that, remember, hit that subscribe button down below, hit that all button, that bell right there, go ahead and hit all that. Hit the share button up there, share with your family and friends and your worst enemy, and also leave me a comment in the comment section below. I greatly appreciate that. So today, like I said, I'm going to be answering more questions that I find common among some of the crossbow forums that I monitor. So today, we're going to be talking about what broadheads you guys recommend. Broadheads. So, again, before I'm going to do a spoiler alert, your choice. Whatever your crossbow wants. So, yeah. Kind of got that out there kind of early, didn't I? But with that said, we're going to talk about various types of broadheads. So there are fixed broadheads. There are 3-blade broadheads, 4-blade broadheads, mechanical broadheads. There's a lot of broadheads out there, and there's also the Chinese or China knockoffs. Stay away from those. They're not going to be that sharp. They're not going to be straight. They're not going to weigh what they should be weighing and a whole bunch of other stuff. So stay away from those. I do recommend that. Okay. So we got the Slick Trick. We have the Fire in the Hole, the Rage, the Mossy, G5, Fire in the Hole. There's just a whole bunch of broadheads out there. Okay, from 100 grain to 150 grain, maybe 175, 200 grain. Who knows? They're out there. So, I mean, there's just so many types of broadheads. That thing you got to keep in mind too is your regulations. Most states recommend say anything 7/8 or bigger. Okay, but here's the key: the bigger the cut, the more the bleed, the quicker the animal falls. Okay, so you got 7/8, you got 1 inch, you got 2 inch, you got 1.5 inches, you got 2.2, you got 3 inch. So many. Okay, but again, it's what your crossbow prefers. Okay, so mechanical broadheads depend on the speed, depend on kinetic energy and slugs and all that kind of stuff. So you're going to hear about premature opening. Okay, I've heard that a lot about Rage. So Rage, with their premature, it has a lot to do with the speed of your crossbow. Okay. Only your crossbow can tell you what kind of broadhead to use. My suggestion is, and again, I sympathize with you and I understand they're expensive to buy a pack of these. Okay. But I would buy 3 or 4 different types of broadheads. Now, thing like with the fixed broadheads, like here, let's just go back to the G5s. G5s are great broadheads. They're sharp. But the thing with those is that, let me grab one of mine. Now, with a G5, if you just take off your field tip and you put on a G5, okay, you may get something like this. So you got your down vane, if you have one of those, okay, and you're going to be, the best way I can explain this is it's going to be off. You want the front of your G5 or whatever kind of broadhead, your mechanical broadhead, and your vanes to line up. Okay? Don't just stick them on and have these all offset with each other. Okay? Don't do that. You want to make sure that you heat up the front, which have your broadhead in there, and turn it to where everything is perfectly level. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is the front is going to argue with the back. So you're going to be all over the place. So again, you'll make sure everything is lined up. Okay. I did buy a cheap thing of broadheads, the fixed broadheads from Walmart. They were okay for practicing, if you wanted to practice with those, but they weren't that good of a tip. But again, it's going to be, here's the bottom line. It's going to be your preference. Your crossbow is going to dictate what you shoot. Okay? Because if you look at all the packages, you know, at least the ones I've looked at, there's been a lot, shoots like a field tip. Shoots like a field tip. Fuse like a field tip. Just like a field tip. Okay? And when you actually get them, they don't. Okay? So, some of them come with a practice tip. But be careful of the practice tip versus the actual tip. Weigh the practice tip and weigh your broadheads. See if they're the same. Okay? I bought some ranges a while back, and when I tested the 100 grain field tip, when I put the practice head on my scale, it came in at about 92 grains. When I put the actual field tip on there, or actually the broadhead on there, it came out to 101 grains. Almost a 10 grain difference. Is that going to make a difference? Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So one of the things you can do with a mechanical broadhead, let's see, let me bring one up here. Okay, so let's take this rage right here. Yeah, it's two ways of wasting one. Okay. One is to take some solder and close it. And then, of course, file your solder down, all that kind of stuff that you put on it. So it closes it. And make that a practice head. Or you can take one of those broadheads and waste it. Okay? But make sure you put it away from your other one so you don't get it with your other, mixed in with your other ones. Okay? And like this one here has a collar on it. That collar, oh, the collars can be very, very tricky. So be careful what you get. Okay, like I said, don't get the Chinese knockoffs. Don't do that. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your money. There may be some out there that are good, but not all of them are. Okay, so this, and I'm going to show you the ones that I use. Okay, I use these Thorn Broadheads. I have the HP expandable Broadheads 3-packs. I also have the Thorn Rift 2.2. And here's the thing with the 2.2. Let me bring that page up here. Okay, here we go. This is better. So like I said, I have the Thorn HPH expandable broadhead, and it comes in a 1 inch or 1.5 inch cut. And I have the 2.2. Like I said, the thing about the 2.2, when it opens up inside the animal, once you punch it, it can almost give you a 3-inch cut. That's fantastic. And you got the crown, and you got the this is a new one here, it looks like. But they have a little shear pin that goes. See if I can find. Okay, so right here, they have a little shear pin, a piece of rubber that goes right in there. That's it. Once you close it, everything is inside the other tip. So once that tip this tip right here hits the animal, breaks off this shear pin, and your blades pop out. Okay. So this is the one I found works great for me. It also has the weight right here that you put on. But these ones with my crossbows, they work great. When I've been out here practicing, I've had no issues whatsoever of premature opening or anything like that. And it's even on my 530 grain zombie slayers. So yeah, but again, it's going to be your preference on what you want to use. Okay, go down to your local bow shop. Go to Amazon. Walmart has a good selection in some areas. So again, I know they're expensive. I know that, and I totally understand. I totally agree. Buy and get, say, 4 packages. 2 mechanicals, 2 fixed. Weights. Play with your weights. Okay. The best way to play with your weights, though, is using the field tips. See what your crossbow can handle. But as far as the weights for your crossbow, you may have to play with those a little bit. So that's basically all I got for you today. I hope you got something out of it. But again, your preference, bottom line. Okay? So, with that said, remember, family first. Take care of your family. By all means, get out there and hunt. And see you on the next episode of Utah Crossbow Hunter. And remember, these episodes are dedicated to my son. And thank you for watching, and have a great day.